First of all, I just want to say Happy Black History Month, and shout out to just I love like white supremacists are gonna just be, or as I like to call it, white supremacist rage month because obviously corporations and businesses are going to acknowledge that Black History Month is a thing and Black people exist, and we're pretty awesome at white supremacists are going to be like, why y'all keep pandering to them people? You know what I mean? So it's like, of course they're going to get upset, but obviously it's not Monday, so I'm gonna just you know I'm in a really bad I'm in a bad situation still. Like I once again the thing that will always make me the most upset about my current situation is that I'm going through all the stuff that I'm going through with a job. So it's like basically it is like the common suggestion back in the day when you were homeless on the TV shows and stuff like that was get a job, you bum. You know what I mean? But it's like now I have a job, you know what I mean? And it's just not the right job because you have to get a better job, in order to just survive, in order to just have access to a phone, a car, and a home. And food. And food. Let's not forget food. And that's the part that's just making me mad, man. It's just I feel like if you have to, like, because a home, transportation, communication, which is a cell phone, like just basic. These are basic needs. These aren't luxuries. You know what I mean? That's the part that's really kind of annoying me is that like we've somehow managed to turn having a home, having a car, having a cell phone, having an education, having health care, just basic things to just survive. We've managed to somehow turn those things, convince people that those things are considered luxuries that only certain people should have, and other people just shouldn't. And I just think that that's weird, man. I don't understand the logic there. So I'm just really frustrated about that because like right now I ain't got a phone, and like I'm probably not gonna have a phone for more than a week, and because I don't get paid until like next week. So like I'm just getting more and more upset about the fact that I'm going through the stuff that I'm going through with a job because I don't have a better job. And the reason why I don't have a better job is because I didn't do well in college. And it's like, well, you're just making excuses, which I hate the words excuses, complain and blame and words like that because basically it's just basically a one person sort of like incorporating their own personal perspective into somebody else's life by assuming that whatever went right in their life can also apply to the person that they're listening to. And it's like it can't. Something went right for you. Just because something went right for you doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go right for somebody else. I don't like that. I'm not. When I say that rich people are the reason behind every bad thing that's happening in this country right now, it's not me blaming the rich. It's a literal, actual observation. Like if you the whole reason why everything is going up in America is because rich people want more money. Inflation, like there's a thing going on right now. There's inflation is ultimately like motivated by, you know, some parts of inflation is basically motivated because CEOs are trying to just find a way to get more money into their pockets. You see what I'm saying? Like CEOs are just trying to find ways to put more money into their pockets, and that that is slowly is the reason why there's a rise in inflation right now. So it's just them wanting more money. Roe v. Wade, like Roe v. Wade being overturned. How many Supreme Court justices do you think aren't rich? How many people in Congress do you think aren't rich? Do you think the president isn't rich? Do you think business CEOs aren't rich? It's not really. So it's like when I say that rich people are the reason behind every bad thing in America, it's not me just being mad at them because they have money. It's me being upset with them because they have power. It's because they have authority. It's because they have you know access to things to be able to just sort of like they if like they can tighten the faucet so that nobody gets any water. You see what I mean? So I don't. So it's not blame. I also don't like the word excuses because people literally turn like legitimate grievances that other people have into just like they just minimalize legitimate grievances that other people just happen to have because they say, well, actually, what you're dealing with is not that bad because there's a simple answer to it, and it's like, no, the simple answer works for you. It doesn't work for everybody. Like I talk about my financial struggles, and I get the most annoying thing I hear is, well, why don't you just invest money? You know what I mean? Well, because the problem is that in order to invest money, you have to already have money. You see what I'm saying? So if you're talking to somebody who is basically saying that they don't have any money, what money can I invest into the stock market or the investment market or financial market or whatever? What money can I put into the investment place to make money back? If I put $1 into something and I don't get $10 back, that thing is kind of useless because all I have is a dollar. Do you see what I'm saying? I hate it when that happens. It's like and it's like you don't trivial. I feel like you don't get to trivialize somebody else's issue just because you can't relate to the issue, or because you feel like you can't relate to the issue, and your solution is just something that can apply to everybody, because it can't. Not everybody has rich parents. Not everybody has like rich friends. Not everybody has like a college degree. Not everybody has time to do certain things. You know what I mean? Well, you got time to make all these YouTube videos. I did this in between internet online courses, bro. I'm doing this video right now. Like, I'm gonna go back to like doing online courses after this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I find it just a little bit weird, like, So yeah, excuses, in my opinion, I feel like excuses. The word excuses only apply to people who just sort of benefited from something, and they think that everybody else is going to benefit too. And it's the short sightedness that comes from that just makes me just complete. Like, the moment that if you use the words making excuses to me, I'm not going to pay attention to anything. I'm going to tune you out. I also don't like the word complain, because as a guy who does complain, once again, you're taking somebody else's actual grievances, actual problems, actual issues, and you're basically saying, well, the problem isn't really a problem if this solution that helped me should also help you, and you're sort of like ruling out the possibility that it won't. You see what I'm saying? I've had way too many times where the stuff that I actually complained about, somebody was like, "Oh, you're just complaining, you're just whining. Well, why don't you just do this, and why don't you just fix the problem by doing this?" And then I do the thing that they're telling me to do, and they see it not working for me, like how it works for them, and they get upset with me. It's like, I'm doing exactly what you said. I'm doing the thing that you wanted me to do, and you're seeing the thing not work for me like how it works for you. You know what I mean? So there's that. It's like, well, you're doing it wrong. Then show me how to do it correctly then. And then I would see the situation also not work for them as well. But the difference between me and them is that, like, they don't look at the situation. They don't look at their failure. They don't acknowledge their failures. I do. I acknowledge my problems. That's kind of one of the big reasons why I know for a fact that I can be a little, off-putting for some people. Because when I actually have a problem, I say what the problem is, and people are like, "Well, it's like, normal people don't talk about their problems," and it's like, well, I do. I guess I'm abnormal. Shoot, I don't like this idea of just being okay with bad stuff happening. You know what I mean? Like, when I have an issue, I'm gonna say what the issue is. I'm gonna say, this thing sucks. I don't like it. If we can do that about movies and everything else, then why can't we do it about like social issues as well? Um, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't get it. Like, I'm more upset about the fact that, like, I'm going through the stuff that I'm going through and I have a job. But because I don't have a better job, I'm supposed to just suffer because I made the mistake of just getting the job that I have. Which, by the way, I didn't get this job. I got hired for it. They got me. Okay, that I didn't get the job. They got me. I don't like the semantics of. I don't like the semantics involved with that, because it's like people make it seem like, because people really make it seem like you could just walk into a building and just be like, "I work here now," and it's like, no, you don't. You can't do that. Like, also, like, there's also this whole stupid thing about, well, nobody wants to work. Well, if nobody wants to work, then the people who do want to work, they should be given the biggest privilege of getting hired on the spot. You know what I mean? Like, I should be like, if nobody wants to work and I apply for a job, I should get that job right away because you found somebody who wants to work. But apparently that's not how this works. Like I said, it's a lot of gaslighting, man. The amount of gaslighting that you have to do in this country just to just to just to exist is ridiculous, man. And I guess part of me just don't want to gaslight no more. Sometimes I just want to say something's just terrible. Something is just bad. Like this is like I said, like I don't like the idea that I'm supposed to just think that rich people are like these awesome people when all rich people have done is ruin everything. Like if you really think everybody who has a seat of power in this country right now, everybody who has like a seat of power in this country right now has a remarkably ridiculous amount of money. Think about it real quick. Everybody in Congress, like almost everybody in Congress is like millionaires and billionaires. Almost everybody in like local seats of authority make a ridiculous amount of money. You know what I mean? So it's like if every problem in this world can technically, every problem in this country specifically can be like boiled down to rich people with power messing up things. But I'm supposed to believe that they're not messing up things because rich people are incapable of making mistakes. Like I'm sorry, you're not. Yeah, I'm not. Like Donald Trump and Elon Musk has like basically pulled the wool over my eyes over that a while ago. You're just jealous because you're not rich like them. You're not either. Like you're not either. Why are you coming to their rescue for? I'm not jealous of like rich people for being rich. I'm upset with rich people because of what they do with the power that they have. You literally like every there's a lot of problems in America that could be solved by just paying it off. By just paying it off. There's a lot of problems in America that can be solved if they just paid that off, and nobody wants to pay it off. So it just keeps growing. I'm just saying, man. It's just like that's just bonkers to me. It's like if I was a multi billionaire or whatever, and I knew that there's like certain issues in this country that you could just literally pay off. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just be kind of like the end of it. I'd do that. Well, what if you do that and the issue comes back? The issue is not going to come back that fast. If something cost $1 billion, if something had cost $1 billion, like at this point, that means you overlooked that thing for at least like a century or something. You're not gonna like something like the amount of money that will go into current issues and stuff like that. That stuff won't become $1 billion like in the next day or so. Okay, just find out to be a little bonkers. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm really frustrated though, man. I'm in a bad spot, and the way I see it is that like if I'm gonna be in a bad spot, if I'm gonna live in a nation that's gonna oppress me for not earning enough money, for like getting the job, like for being provided a job that won't give me, like any more money than if I have to be oppressed and be like punished for being impoverished, I'm gonna at least talk smack about the system. This is my protest. Some people protest by breaking things or being destructive. I'm gonna protest by talking as much smack as I can before I die. You know what I'm saying? Because that way, if I die, you got like at least a whole bunch of videos of me saying this system sucks, this thing sucks, rich people are terrible, all these other things. Like you're gonna have issues. Like you're gonna probably like go into my older videos and see my videos when I was an incel and all this other stuff. But like the fact of the matter is that like if I die from being punished for being impoverished in this country, I want y'all to know that the system sucks. That's my protest. I can't do anything. I don't have authority. I don't have power. I don't have rights. I don't have anything. But I got a voice and I got a YouTube channel. So that's something. Uh I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah. Happy Black History Month. Or as I like to call it, Happy White Supremacist Rage Month, because they're gonna be they're so mad right now. Why you keep pandering to those people? I don't like it. It's like too bad. Don't worry, you got the rest of the year. Shoot, just calm down, racist. Calm down. But yeah, don't know. Maybe see y'all next Monday. Y'all be easy. Love and peace. I gotta go ahead and get back to these courses. Man, all this just because I don't do good in college. All this suffering just because I didn't do good in college. That's terrible.